Greg Pak and Raphael Ienco tie up Vader's loose ends in the War of the Bounty Hunters as the Sith Lord is sent to deal with the Hutts and their betrayal, forcing him to let Luke Skywalker escape him once more. Greg Pak finishes up his Vader storyline for War of the Bounty Hunters with some final cool twists and more really great chess moves from both Palpatine and Vader as they continue their games with one another. Obviously, the big reveal of the issue is Ochi is working for Crimson Dawn and has been seemingly all along, which I feel is kind of a build up to a big sort of undercover agent storyline with Vader sending him into Crimson Dawn knowing that he's part of it and wants him to destroy it from within. Though I could also see Ochi betraying Vader and this is being some long con of him and this is like his greatest achievement of like conning Darth Vader. I'm intrigued to see how that actually plays out. Palpatine still playing games with Vader is so much fun as well, and I enjoyed Vader reluctantly letting Luke go and the Emperor thinking that this is all part of his plan, you know, he wants Luke left alive so Luke can replace Vader and everything. And now because of that, we obviously know that Luke is going to go on to become a Jedi Knight, defeat Palpatine in Return of the Jedi. So it's like the character setting up his own demise in a way because he's so arrogant and so sure of himself in that only way the Sith are. It's just fantastic building up on what we already know and have seen. Raphael Ienco continues to outdo himself each issue, this time with some really fast-paced action cut in with some great paneling and character moments. I love the black panels between Vader's chase with Luke representing Vader's thoughts with the red-filled rage speech bubbles in it, and I like that they were just pure black bars almost, like Vader has nothing in his head except for this, and this is all his focus is on. It's a great and fantastic visualization. Darth Vader issue 17 was a great ending to Vader's part of the War of the Bounty Hunters, setting up a new story for him to partake in, as well as a really cool ending twist that has me excited for even more Ochi of Bestoon in the future. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. Darth Vader issue 17 finds Sly Moore stop Ochi in his tracks, telling him the Hutts are trying to steal Solo. She shows the being a hologram of the clans closing in on the shuttle, knowing that Vader wouldn't want him to be squabbling down on the planet's surface while the Hutts take Solo back from Vader. In space, Boku the Hutt intercepts Ochi's transmission to Vader about the Hutts, but knows Vader is still pursuing the X-Wing and ignoring his minion. Sly demands that Ochi tell Vader what is happening since he's the only one who can stop them from stealing Solo. Ochi knows though that Solo was only the bait for Skywalker, so he shouldn't distract his master when he's about to kill the kid. Ochi realizes that Sly is protecting Skywalker, but she says that she only serves the Emperor and does his bidding. Ochi decides to let the TIE fighters deal with the Hutts as Boku demands the Executor be destroyed by his fighters. Vader meanwhile is told by Admiral Piet that the Emperor wants him to deal with the Hutts personally and break off his pursuit of Luke. Vader knows that his son cannot escape, but today he will, since his master has played his hand and he wants Luke left alive. So for him it will have to be enough to know that his son has fear in him, but even better now that he's measured his masters. Later on, Vader cuts his way through the Hutt flagship, killing everybody on board as he tells Boku that he cares not for his pride or that he's humiliating him in front of the other clans. He tells the Hutt that he knows that he would betray him and he knew he hesitated on Z9 City 7 and that is when he chose his destiny. Boku says that he chose much earlier than that as it's revealed he is part of Crimson Dawn. Vader is actually surprised for once, saying that he chose foolishly, but Boku begs to differ, knowing that he was going to die anyway, and in a universe filled with emperors and wizards, there is no way for souls like him to win the game unless they all stand together. Vader stabs the Hutt, but the dying Boku reveals it's too late as he has his droid crash the ship into the Executor. Vader however survives, using the Force to cocoon himself in metal salvage as he plunges to the surface of Jakara. On the Executor, Sly is brought on board by Ochi, meeting with Mas Amida, who is surprised to see Sly in shackles. Sly says that Vader meant to kill Luke, but the Emperor wanted Luke left alive. Mas asks about Crimson Dawn and the rebels, but Vader arrives, wondering if they should not first ask about him. Ochi is happy to see his master is alive, never doubting him for a second, as Mas wants some answers, so Sly tells him that Kira and Crimson Dawn have escaped in the Vermilion, and no one knows the full extent of their schemes, and now Han Solo has also vanished. Mars knows that Vader has lost both the fish and the bait, but Vader says that Skywalker fled in fear and weakness, and he is not what the Emperor believes he could be. Sly knows that despite that, he still fights as Vader begins choking her with the Force, telling her the boy has hope, but it's not enough. Palpatine's hologram appears, asking if Vader is truly back with them, as Vader bows before his master, telling him that it's reassuring that Vader calls him that now, wondering if he is tempted though by the million are stronger than one offering that Crimson Dawn has. Vader says that he only serves Palpatine, but the man cuts him off, saying Crimson Dawn has barely shown its strength, and to get this far, they must have agents in every level of government. So now it's time that Vader roots them out and show them who is stronger. Vader leaves with Ochi, leaving Sly alive, and the woman knows that the Emperor sees the value in her service because of it. But Master Amida knows that it's perhaps because she is not important enough for him to notice her. Vader meets with General Ramadi, who is on standby to deal with Crimson Dawn's spies and people on Vader's order. Ochi asks what the plan is, learning that he'll go back to his old Assassin League to find some information. On the planet Saki, Ochi meets with his old master assassin friends, who have heard the rumors of Vader's army, and he's about to point them all at the dark corners of the universe that have been left alone until now. Ochi reassures them that if they aren't Crimson Dawn, they have nothing to fear, as the men reveal that they have a gift for Vader and the Empire to show their fealty. Going inside, Ochi finds that the assassins have somehow managed to capture Kira. Ochi asks who else knows about this, finding that it was only the 3 assassins who did this on their own, so he quickly kills them all with headshots, freeing Kira as it's revealed that Ochi of Bestoon has joined Crimson Dawn, knowing that a million are definitely stronger than the one.